I want to say a leaning moderate.
I'm pro-black.
A little bit more left-leaning than the Democratic Party.
First and foremost, I am a conservative.
With election night right around the corner, politics is on the minds of most Americans. But what effect does this have on our love lives? Can a conservative and a liberal even date?
I think that relationships stem from or are, parallel to friendships. And I don't develop close, rapport with anyone whose politics are opposed to mine.
If every couple of minutes I had to turn back and say, no, I don't believe in this, no, I don't want this, then I would begin to question, would I want to marry this person? Would I want to have kids with this person? Would my child, support the DREAM Act, or would my child, never raise taxes?
I definitely think that I don't think I could be with anyone who is more than a moderate. I think moderate even to me is like, really? It's just too much.
I think politics right now are not in a place where if you identify as a strong conservative or a strong liberal, that those two people would really be able to get along in any situation, let alone romantically.
If you told me 2 years ago that I would marry a liberal, I would have been like, oh, come on. Really? But I did.
Yes, you heard right. He's a conservative who married a liberal. How did that happen, you ask?
Emily, she wanted to make sure that, my wife, she wanted to make sure that, I wasn't some creep, that I actually was kind of a halfway decent guy. And so we started texting before we actually met. And it's so funny because she went to my Facebook page and she noticed, all these political posts and, all of my discussions in terms of conservatism, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so she almost stopped texting me back. So I'm very grateful that I got a second chance.
Like most conservatives, Henry told me he believes the role of government should be limited, and that's a huge conflict between him and his wife. But luckily for them, that's not their political deal breaker.
She is pro-life, like I am. So that's an issue where we agree on, which that's kind of nice. Mm-hmm. Because that would, I think, be really difficult for me to sort of deal with. Because I just do believe strongly, in the defense of the unborn. And one, is sort of unrelated, but one critique of pro-lifers is, well, okay, yeah, you want kids to be born, but then you just kind of throw up your hands and walk away. And, I think conservatives have to address that.
The willingness to not only hear the other side's argument, but address it too, will not only make a bipartisan relationship work, but a government too. So why does that feel so out of reach these days?
There aren't these common shared experiences between Republicans and Democrats the same way that they used to be, right? Back in the day, let's say after World War II, people were coming back from the war, and some were Republicans, some were Democrats, but they had this common experience, and we're all American, and we all do this, and we all do that. Now, it's like there aren't any common experiences. It's just like you grow up so polarized by what you are, by being black, by being a woman, by, having parents who are immigrants, by having had a higher education. All of these different things that polarize you and give you a consciousness of, I'm this singular person and not I'm part of a whole, and we as a country.
Wherever you stand on this, one area we all need to work together is getting ourselves and our communities to the polls. As a person that's lived here since I was a baby, but can't vote because I'm not a citizen, there is nothing less sexy to me than a person that gives up their right to be counted.